Here's the problem with Nick Kyrgios. When most players get injured, it feels like it's bad luck. When Nick gets injured, it feels inevitable. It feels predictable, because the number one reason why Nick has not made a major quarterfinal since 2015, despite having a top 5, maybe a top 3 serve in the game, and talent and hands off the ground that far surpasses the level of the players who serve as big as him. The reason is because he's never been durable enough to withstand a week and a half of best of 5 set tennis. And after Nick Kyrgios won in the first round against Hugo-Humbert, which was a wildly impressive win to me that I didn't think that he would be able to pull off based on the fact that he came in with 0 matches since the Australian Open. But after that win, deep into the 5th set, edges out Humbert, who I have tons of respect for. Kyrgios said this, quote, "I was in so much pain physically after last night. Been a long time since I've played. I'm using this as a change of scenery, really. I'm going to go to the hotel, play some Call of Duty with my girlfriend, and come back out again." Now, that match got interrupted because of the curfew in the 5th set. So that is what Kyrgios had to say after winning the match. So when he says, "I was so sore last night," he meant after playing 5 sets and I believe 6 games into the 5th set. That's all I needed to see. That's all anyone should need to see. If you are that sore after playing 5 sets in the first round, you are likely in trouble. You likely don't have the durability to go deep in the tournament. You likely are going to break down sometime in the next couple of matches. And that's what happened in Nick Kyrgios' 3rd round match against Felix Auger-Aliassime. After winning the first set 6-2, in the second set, he began to experience ab pain and had to retire. And again, I don't want to rub salt in the wound. I don't want to kick a player while they're down. I thought that Nick looked rather crushed, rather disappointed that that was the outcome. I think he wanted to be out there and he wanted to compete. And I think he felt like he was the better player on the court until he started feeling all the pain. Ab pain, also, by the way, shaking out, stretching out his shoulder, feeling it maybe in the knees as well. The problem is, if you don't put in the preparation, you don't give yourself a chance to withstand the rigors of best of 5. And Nick could have flown to Europe a couple weeks earlier and played Halle or played Queens, or he could have flown in a week before Wimbledon and played Eastbourne or played Mallorca. That actually probably wouldn't have been smart, because he probably wouldn't have been able to recover from that then. But he could have flown to Europe earlier and prepared for Wimbledon by playing matches, because you never really can simulate matches, especially when it comes to serving as many times as you serve in a match with the tension in your arm. Very difficult to simulate the rigors of match play. But Nick didn't want to fly to Europe. He wanted to stay in Australia. No judgment. No judgment. That's fine if that's your decision as a player. And winning is not his end-all, be-all. It's just not. But all I can do is sit back and just say, well, A leads to B. Not doing that leads to your body's not going to hold up. You're going to get injured. It's going to happen every single time. It's not bad luck. It's not a coincidence. And I just want to point out that Nick was going to probably win that match. He really was, because he seemed to know where Felix was going to serve the ball as soon as FAA tossed it. And I don't know what was going on there, but it happened too many times for me to think it was lucky. And sometimes players can see a tell in their opponent, and they know which way the serve is going. And it looked very much to me like, for some reason, Nick knew where Felix was going to serve it, and his anticipation was so on point almost every single time, especially in the big moments, that I thought that Felix was going to have an uphill battle and that Nick really had a handle on the match. Won the first set 6-2, broke Felix's serve either 2 or 3 times, and I just thought he looked like the better player out there and he was going to win the match, but his body failed him. And if Nick's body held up for his 3rd round match, well, then it would have failed him in the 4th round. And if it failed him in the 4th round, it would have failed him in the quarterfinal. I don't need to go beyond that because I am positive that his body would have failed him by the quarterfinal. So this is how it is. This has been the problem. And a lot of people point to things like his shot selection. Oh, he's going for a tweener in a big moment, or he is going for a winner, or he's not focusing. And yes, these things do hurt Nick. I won't deny that. They hurt him. But that is not why he can't go deep at a slam. That stuff is a double-edged sword. Sometimes that actually helps Nick and brings him through tight moments, like he's gotten through Humbert in 5 sets in Australia and now Wimbledon. Sometimes that laissez-faire attitude can actually help him, and sometimes it hurts him. But not being able to physically withstand a major, that will never help you. And you can never get lucky when it comes to conditioning and physical durability. It will always cap your success. So that's why when Kyrgios goes into a slam, there is literally a lid on how well he can do because there's a timer on his body. And even the titles that he's won, such as Acapulco, by the end of it, he's hobbled. He might still win it, but he's taped up. He's taken injury timeouts. It's just kind of the deal with Nick Kyrgios. That's the problem. That's why he hasn't made a quarterfinal since 2015. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.